Hello. I'm in my writing hut and I've just finished a poem. And it's a very personal poem, but I wanted to share it anyway. Here it is. It wasn't the best year, but it's behind us now. We made a promise when we left our country to return when we were needed, like the legends. King Arthur sleeping in Cadbury Castle, England. King Karl waiting in Odin's Mountain, Germany. The sleeping heroes in Matwai, Poland. The Knights of Alleberg, Sweden. The list continues in every culture. But we were not heroes or kings. We were not sleeping. Our country was not in danger. It took a day to return across roads and sea to our family, to grief, to change, to the inevitable steps towards goodbye. We hadn't foreseen how long we would stay. No seers, spiritual guides, visions in the mist. We had to take one day at a time. 3 times we travelled back last year. 3 times we laughed and cried, hoped and feared, fought against and accepted, understood we didn't have the power to change, only support and listen. The 3rd time was the hardest. Death, always too soon, but gracious in its mercy, no more suffering for the departed. Grief and relief were hand in hand for those left behind. Grief took its toll and tempers flared, exhausted families stumbling through an unknown field. Funeral over, ashes collected, place of rest chosen, tree planted. A journey of closure, but not of comfort, not yet. The wound is too raw. There is more. A diagnosis in black and white, staring from the page, expected but not welcomed. The fading of memory, ability to reason, ability to think, a cruel gift to accept. Grief took its toll and desperation stepped in. What to say, what to do, how to help. We tried too hard, then stepped back and waited. We stumbled forward together, knowing the journey will have closure one day, but not yet. The decline is raw. There is more. The bright ray of hope, an operation to remove an unwanted, unasked for cancer, fades as dates are postponed. Test after test, appointment after appointment, different messages were received. We swung from highs to lows until the day arrived, and the risks were too high. A huge decision made. Grief thumped into our bodies. Exhaustion took over. Then slow acceptance, a life to live, although more treatment looms. The journey will continue for as long as it does. We cannot predict, and the ache is raw. There is more. Interspersed amongst the travel on grief, an operation that cures a problem, successful. Relief and happiness in the mix. News of new life in the family, but problems and fears raise their heads. However hard we let the future take care of itself, when tired and grieving, worry wins. Possibilities loom, sleep departs and tears pour. We cannot be in 2 places, 3 places at once, torn apart. But after a while, medical care and attentiveness, the news is positive, life to look forward to, a new role to enjoy. The journey continues into another year. Weary, but grateful we could spend so much time with our family, we return home to our quiet space. The rawness fades. We begin to heal, leave the past behind, and move forward. Thank you for listening.